Hello everybody and welcome back to the Up the Guts channel. We are continuing our season previews this week as we have done all season, all pre-season so far. We are now up to the Hawthorn Football Club, and apologies in advance if I have a little bit of a sniffly voice, got a bit of a blocked nose, but we move from that and we move on to the Hawthorn Football Club, who were the surprise package in 2024 towards the end. They really came home strong and got themselves a semi-final berth, but they couldn't quite get past the play late. But let's preview the 2025 season for the Hawthorn Football Club. The Hawthorn Football Club in 2024 finished 7th, and they've gone out and recruited probably a position that needed a bit of work for them. Was the key defensive position. So they've gone in and got Josh Battle from St Kilda, and they've also got Tom Barris from West Coast. Both quality defenders, more so not disrespecting Josh Battle, but Josh Battle's versatility is really good as well. He's athleticism, but Tom Barris he's probably he was obviously the second tier to Jerry McGovern, but he's also a quality defender. You'd nearly have him as an A-grade key defender, so that's good. And then they went to the draft as well. Didn't have the high picks, so they used it for to get the likes of what they needed in Tom Barris through the trade there. They got Josh Battle for the free agency, but in the draft, they got Noah Emraz with pick 35, Cody Anderson with pick 64, but also from the academy, so they knew what they had there. They got Matt Hill and Jamie Henry as Category B rookies. Now we look over to the outs. Chad Wingard retired. Been up and down with Chad Wingard. Was one of the most exciting players when he first started over at Port Adelaide. Was an All-Australian at, I believe, 21 years old. Used to win games off his own boot. Then showed glimpses later in his career, but not to the extent that he did originally at Port Adelaide. But all in all, was a pretty solid career. Josh Bennett was delisted. Demigrade DeBrash, who just couldn't get his body right, and when he was given the opportunity, didn't quite perform to the level you need to at AFL standard. A first round pick, I believe. It was a top 10 pick, but he was delisted. Cooper Stevens, who they originally got from Geelong, was delisted. Jack O'Sullivan was delisted. Ethan Phillips, who they picked up in the mid-season draft, I'm pretty sure, was delisted, and so was Clay Tucker. Now let's have a look at their side. So now, as we read, their key defense looks so much better with the people that's brought in. So let's start with James Sicily. This is going to allow Sicily to play that third tall and intercept, which he does best because he's an undersized key defender. You don't want him taking the monsters. So now with the including Battle and Barras will be taking the number 1 key. It's going to allow Sicily to intercept and more control the play in the back half. And then also they can swing him forward if they ever need him late in the game. But I don't want to see it that often. I want to see now with the two defenders there, Sicily be that real luck quarterback and just quarterback or the play setter who just sets it up behind the play. Sam Frost, who everyone was probably a bit harsh on him, but he did really well at the absence of James Blake. Jack Scrimshaw in the second half of the year was exceptional. Josh Weddle could be anything. They've got him as a key defender, but it could be a half-back, could be someone who pinch hits in the midfield a bit as well on the wing. Great athleticism, has the speed as well. Obviously mentioned Josh Battle and Tom Barras. Jai Sarong we saw a couple of times. James Blank, now after all, he's a solid defender for them, but after all the talk, pardon me, all the talk about the big out here, I don't think he even fits in their best 22 now with Josh Bell and Tom Barras. Might be a tough call, but it was all about James Blank gone down, who's going to step up. But now that he will be ready, I just don't know if he gets in that 22. Let me know what you think about that. Noah Emraz and Will McCabe. Now, the general defenders, they got Jarman Impey, who's a really good lockdown defender who can also get his own ball. Carl Amon goes underrated, I think, uses the ball magnificently and gets the ball moving. Meters gained is always through the roof. Blake Harwick, magnificent lockdown defender, but also shows he can go forward and kick a bag. Bodie Ryan, Seamus Mitchell, who provides that speed off the half-back line as well. Matt Hill and Bailey McDonald. Now, their midfielders starting off Harry Morrison, Jai Newcomb, James Warple had a good season last year. They've got CJ listed as a midfielder, so that's interesting. This whenever I get all this is from the Hawthorn Football Club website. So they've actually got him listed as a midfielder, which I thought was interesting. So are they possibly looking to play him more on a wing? Hopefully CJ can get his body right. Connor Nash, Will Day, who they do love, Massimo D'Ambrosio was one of the picks of last year's trade period on a wing, was talked about as an All-Australian at one point in the year, had a magnificent year. Finn McGuinness, Josh Ward, Cam McKenzie, Cody Anderson, who they just got from their academy in this draft, and Henry Huswaite. Now we look at the ruck. Now, they started off the ruck last year with Ned Reeves, and then Lloyd Meek came in and just absolutely dominated, so much so they had their own saying called Meek Monday. But he was magnificent. But they got Lloyd Meek, Ned Reeves, and they've also got Jamie O'Henry, who they picked up in this year's draft as a bit of coverage there. But it will probably take a bit of time to develop as bigger body players, tall, key position players or ruckmen do. Key forwards, they got Mitch Lewis. Now, Mitch Lewis holds the key to this forward line, I think. If he can stay fit and get his body right, he could be the difference between if they can go deep into finals or if they don't. Marvio Child was good last year. Colston Deers showed some really good signs last year. Jack Gunston, Max Ramson, and Jasper Skates. As we just flip the page over here. Now, forwards, you got Dylan Moore, Sam Butler, Connor McDonald, who plays that high half, really crucial high half forward role, can also run through the midfield. Jack Ginnivan, and former guest of the show, the Wizard Nick Watson, who had an exceptional end to the year, especially during the finals campaign. Now, prediction for the Hawthorn Football Club. I've got the Hawks finishing around 8, so I have them at the moment playing finals. I think they will play finals, but I think they'll be the bottom half of the ladder there. Look out for, I've only just finished talking about him, but that's Connor McDonald. I thought Connor McDonald, especially his last 2 seasons, has come on leaps and bounds. High draft pick, first round pick, I believe, it was in the mid-20s. But it's just his running capability. He gets right up the ground and gets back with speed, runs all day, and he hits the scoreboard as well. 2024, playing the 24 matches and kicked 27 goals. So there you go. He hits the scoreboard as a high half forward, works hard, averages a 17.5 disposals as well. So it just shows how hard he works, and he doesn't waste a possession. His best game came in round 22, where he had 25 disposals, going at 88% efficiency. There you go. Backs up my statement there of doesn't waste a disposal. Took 12 marks, laid 6 tackles, and had 7 score involvements. My needs to lift. Now, he came on late in the final series as a forward and actually kicked a couple of goals, but I've gone with Finn McGuinness. What is he? Has he developed that craft now that he showed late that he could be a forward? Because when he was playing as a midfielder, if he's not tagging, what is he doing? So that's the only question I've got for Finn McGuinness. He probably they need to find out what player is McGuinness. Is he a midfielder and that goes and stands on the opposition's best player? Because that's probably where he does his best work. Or is he that forward that plays down there where he showed as well? So it's more about him and Hawthorn finding out what's best of his capability and what's his best position to play. Well, there you have it, guys. There is my season preview for the Hawthorn Football Club. I haven't predicted to finish around that 8th mark. Look out for Connor McDonald in 2025 and needs to lift Finn McGuinness, just finding out where's the best spot for him to play. As always, guys, if you enjoy these, make sure if you're watching this on YouTube to click that subscribe button, leave a like and comment and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss an upload. And if you listen to this on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcast, make sure to click that follow button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss so you don't miss out when we upload, and leave a 5-star rating as it does help the show get out there and more exposure moving forward. Well, that's it for my preview there. Until next time, I'll see you guys then.